course, you know, one of the most intriguing things about my work also is when the kids come to see me, the young ones, they want to grow up faster. And when the older people come to me, they want to stay younger. Right? So is human nature. And Mahadeva Shiva Shambhu is to the Lord of Time. And Shiva Shambhu is known as the Lord of Time, that controls the world. So now, time is always our biggest problem, but also our greatest asset, if we can use it properly. And so, those who have now become fathers will now understand how their fathers felt. And usually you don't know how right or wrong your father is until you become a father or a mother. You don't know, you always argue with the mother. But when you become a mother, then you know how right mom is. And so you will never experience that until you have children of your own. So even if your father is not there, even if your father is divorced or separated or missing, you remember that little sperm? That little sperm is what made you. And it came from the Father. So he is your creator no matter what. Okay? Now when you are missing the Father, who's the next Father? The Guru. In the long time ago, when the rishis developed our Hinduism, they thought of that and they said, sometimes the father might not be able to support fully the mother in the rearing of the child. So he should have a teacher, he should have a guru, somebody to guide him or her. Okay? So, are we ready, Miguel? Miguel has a poem for me. He's going to read a poem for the Guru, now who's like his father. Because remember, I just give a little clap. Okay. Loud, you have to read it loud now. Start.
Thank you for all your teaching, for all the teachings.
Stand up, stand up. Face the people.
Swami, thank you for all the teachings, you gave us. Swami, we've learned a lot from you. Thank you for all the love you have given to us. Happy Father's Day, Swami. We love you so much. And we pray to the Lord to give you health for many more years.
Very good. I took a lot out of him. Yes. Well, you see, this is what's important. Is we have forgotten the importance of the teacher. And the teacher now himself has forgotten how cold he has become, because now it's all unions and money and everything. But the teacher is the next person you see after your mom and dad wakes you up and gets you ready in the morning when you're young. So the next person is your teacher. So the teacher is just as important as the next person to affect the child's life. Right? Now, without going too long into what I've already spoken of many times, which is the fact that the parents affect the child in terms of the spiritual genetics. In other words, you inherit everything from your parents. Whatever you have, you've inherited from your parents. Whatever your choices are, whatever you make. Saravanan, as you know, is a good singer, but his daughters have become great singers too. And since they're small, they have been attracted to the music. They know how to play the music instruments. His wife teaches dancing. If anybody wants to learn how to dance Indian dancing, talk to him, or let's just talk to his wife. And so the family that prays together stays together. And so what happens now, here's that quality the children have. My children, since they're small, they have achieved the knowledge of life code and so on. And so they're able to apply it to their lives and make it better. So again, you inherit everything, you make choices in your life according to what your parents have done for you. But how, let's say all that is gone now, and now you're in this box, that you've inherited all of this stuff, and it's all around you now, and you're part of it now. How do you get out of the box? How do you stop yourself from suffering this kind of experiences and so on, where you're not able to connect with the opposite sex, you're not able to have a happy married life? How do you connect? And that's where our Hinduism came in, and our Hindu philosophy came in, where they teach you that if you can find God, you can find yourself. Of course, where does God exist? Within. Tell me which person doesn't have a unique fingerprint. Which person doesn't have a unique belief or unique experience? Right? So the first religion is you. You have to find you. And that's how to begin. To first find who are you. Of course, we have developed a science that helps you to do that, and it's called life code. So today, if you notice, I gave you a flyer, and the flyers tell you how to use life code. I think most of you know your life code numbers here. Right? But what I've noticed is that people are not able to apply it sometimes. And you need to apply it to get yourself in order. Now, not everybody's going to have the negative days at the same time. Some people will have positive days sometimes. So if you're married and you're having a negative day, and your husband or your spouse or your lover says something, you get irritated right away and you react. And then that can cause a whole bunch of problems. If you are raising the children and the child is running a negative day, for example, and you don't understand that, then you're going to react and tell the child she's lying when she's really not lying. Or he's lying when he's not lying. All these little things can cause a lot of difficulties with trust and so on. So getting out of the box means not only life code though. It means what was happening today also. What do you notice today? People are increasingly getting diabetes. People are increasingly getting things like cancer and impotence and so on. And people are increasingly getting sick. And so that's because we're all in the box. And what's the box? Just because that guy eats a chocolate, you're going to want a chocolate. Just because the other person is drinking, you are going to drink. Just because the other person wants to eat red meat, you're going to eat red meat. Okay? And most people try to pull you into the box. They say, you know, listen, don't worry, Swami, just have a piece of red meat. Or don't worry with the Swami, don't hide your black clothes. Swami is not going to see it. Okay? So you become part of the box. So when you come to Swami, now, what Swami does is helps you to get out of the box. Instead of eating 10 chocolates in an hour, eat a piece. Just a piece of chocolate. Right? Instead of following what's happening around you. Because this is the greatest influence on your life. The greatest influence in your life is what's happening around you. You walk into the store and you don't see any other clothes but black clothes. So you have to buy it. So now you're in the box. Right? But if you don't buy the black clothes and you say, no, I refuse to buy the black clothes, I'm going to go to another store. You're going to end up buying a lighter color clothes or different color. Then you're out of the box. See? Now, why is it so important that you become out of the box? Because of the new age coming, 2012. Right? You're going to find that as more and more people stay in the box, they're going to end up not being prepared for the new age. Now, if you trace it back, every 512 years, or 513 years, a prophet has appeared on earth, including Muhammad, Jesus Christ, and all of these, Buddha and so on. It's every 500 years. We're entering this 500 year now. We're going into this part of the 500-year cycle, where some big prophet, some big incarnation or avatar is going to be appearing. And it's going to appear after the year 2012, 13 and so on. Huh? Premsai, okay. Some say Premsai, which is a guy following Sai Baba, and it's his reincarnation. Okay, or some say Kalki, which is the person on the horse and so on. Or some say Christ returning. But whatever it is, it's going to happen. And if you're in the box, you're not going to be prepared for that reincarnation, that avatar that's coming. So you're going to end up one of the statistics. Right? So as we get into the age, we need to realize now that we have to be different. That's what I mean with out of the box. We have to be different. You have to understand, okay, what you are, who you are, and also try to follow the things that are beneficial and not things that other people feel are good. And if you keep going into following the box and following and says, okay, well, you know, I'm going to eat the red meat, I'm going to eat the black clothes, I'm going to eat the chocolates, then you're going to have diabetes. So the whole country right now in America is going through what they call processed food things, whereas cooked food is much better. So become different. Don't go with the processed food, go with the cooked food. Okay? So in honor of the children today, we want to let the children realize that prayer begins from early age. Okay? The fathers and the mothers who are given Happy Father's Day and Happy Father's Day and things like that must look back and see how great the father they have been. And that's the only way we can judge that, is to see how the children are, how successful the children are. When the children are successful and happy, right? And we can't blame all of society or train society based on one person. We can't look at one person as being different and say that person is the cause of the society being different. No, it's a whole. It's what begins in the early age, right? You look at the society today, you see all the different things happen. I want every child to think this way. Whether you like it or not, your whole life is in your parents' hands. Your whole life is in your father's hands. The more you love your mother, the more you love your father, the more happy you will be. Okay, they are your gods. Remember what Ganesh did? He went around Shiva and Durga as his parents, and he went around the whole world.
With great love and great respect, I bless all of you.